India to spearhead delayed debt restructuring for Sri Lanka. Negotiations will begin today in Washington, D.C. India took another step forward yesterday to assist Sri Lanka in its debt restructuring process, a condition laid out by the IMF in order to receive the US dollars $2.9 billion bailout package for Sri Lanka, which was approved by the IMF on 20th March 2023. The launch of Sri Lanka's debt restructuring negotiation process will take place today in Washington, D.C. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, who is currently in Washington, D.C., informed the IMF that she will today, together with a senior official from the French Finance Ministry, announce the beginning of Sri Lanka's debt restructuring negotiations. Despite the IMF agreement to approve the bailout package, the debt restructuring with Sri Lanka's international creditors has not yet taken place. China, India and Japan, the main creditors, had to agree to a process of debt restructuring that would assist in receiving the bailout loan. While State Minister Shehan Semansinghe, Governor Dr. Nandal Veerasinghe will represent Sri Lanka, Japan will be represented by Finance Minister Shunsi Suzuki and Vice Minister Finance Masato Kanda, along with India Sitharaman. France Director General of the Treasury Emmanuel Mourlin will also be present. Japan, India and France will hold a press briefing on the sidelines of the IMF World Bank Spring meetings to announce the launch, and the three creditor countries have been closely working toward a coordinated debt restructuring plan for Sri Lanka. China, which was delaying its consent to debt restructuring, finally agreed to the process. IMF Managing Director Christina Georgiou on 7th of April said that China had been helpful in reaching a debt relief deal for Chad and also Sri Lanka, a middle-income country that was not eligible for help under the G20 framework, and she encouraged China to show progress in other cases. Semansinghe tweeted yesterday about this new initiative, stating, "In my meeting with IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva, have expressed our gratitude for giving leadership to support Sri Lanka in overcoming the difficulties faced during the economic crisis. We reiterated our commitment to finishing the IMF program while continuing to implement it. When Sri Lanka defaulted its payment to its creditors, it was India that informed the IMF that Sri Lanka should receive an IMF bailout. She and the US Ambassador of Sri Lanka, Julie Chang, said they would back the process for Sri Lanka as it is in desperate need for financial assistance." Georgia also tweeted that she had met with the central bank governor, Veerasinghe, and the Sri Lanka delegation, and the IMF will support at this difficult time. "Now it is important for everyone to come together to do their part to overcome the crisis," she tweeted. Also, the World Bank too reiterated its support for Sri Lanka to stabilize its economy, step up social protection, and revive growth. The bailout package for Sri Lanka was agreed to as a 48-month extended arrangement under the Extended Fund Facility program. The EFF program will allow Sri Lanka to access financing of up to US $7 billion from the IMF, international financial institutions and multilateral organizations.